I've been wanting to redo my room for a long time, and today's my excuse to do that. I started this video probably about 2 weeks ago, so my room has looked different for quite some time now, and seeing this now is kind of insane because it's so different than what it was, and I'm so much happier with what I have. Getting everything out of my room took a good bit longer than I thought, simply because I have way more stuff than I really thought I did. This bag was not a great way to go about doing this because I think I filled the bag with just my pillows. Everything else was kind of just rolled up and thrown in the sheets, like you'll see here in a second. So the trash bag was kind of just a hopeful example of what I wanted to work. It did not work though. Everything was thrown into this room here, and by the time I was done, you'll probably see a little bit later, this room was full. You could barely walk through. I made sure you could walk through because I didn't want to get yelled at, but you could barely walk through. Taking down this curtain rod, which is my soundproof blanket, which only kind of works, it wasn't as bad as I thought, so I used sticky pads to hold them up originally, and I was a little worried that it was going to take off a large portion of the wall. It took off the paint from the wall, but the paint on my wall is already so bad it didn't really change anything. And you're starting to see the room fill up pretty good here. This is what it looked like probably after an hour to 2 hours of getting stuff out, and I still had all of the large things to move, which you'll see did not go so great at first because I really didn't plan this out at all. Unplugging this fire hazard here and getting it moved properly was fun, but not too difficult as was. Honestly, it's almost 10 o'clock, and I feel like this is decent progress, but considering all I've done is take stuff out, I've got a lot to do yet, so back to it. Here again, I tried to use the bag, and all of this stuff hardly fit in here. I think I got rid of some of the stuff that I had on the wall.
That's a fit. That's a fit.
But this is really just where my nice shirts go to.
Was a distinguished gentleman.
After I was done doing that, you can kind of see how full the room was here. I think it got a little fuller as time went on, but that was the main gist of it. I finally got rid of these mats, which I'd been using to protect my feet from the nasty floor that I have, and now it's time to bring in the vacuum, which you will be seeing a lot because my room's absolutely just filthy. There was so much dust and dog hair and cat hair on the floor, it was insane. Taking out the drawers, nothing special about here. I mean, it's wood drawers. I just wanted to get some cool shots of taking out the drawers, and I think I did okay for what I was going for. It's just a weird action to do. And here we are moving over the dresser, which I found out something interesting about how the dresser was going to fit, and you'll see that here in a moment. I definitely could have done better, but also under my dresser was just super dirty. So here you'll see the problem I ran into, and my door doesn't fully open. Even to this day, it does not fully open. So slight oversight there, but other than that, I like how it worked, and I don't need the door fully open. I'm not a big dude. I can get through there just fine. Oh, my LED lights. I missed them a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, but it was time for them to go because they were just really bad. So you've got a couple different pairs of shoes here, and I really only wear the slides and the pair of shoes I'm currently wearing in this video. This shoe rack I got from my brother when he left, and I don't know, it's been pretty nice. It keeps the shoes organized and out of the way, but it definitely had a lot of dust on it, as you'll see. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Putting the drawers back, again, I just wanted to get some cool shots, so that is what I was trying to get here, and I liked the first one the most, but beggars can't be choosers. I ended up going through all of the stuff on these shelves, and I no longer have the shelves, unfortunately, which you'll see a little bit here, but, you know, some things had to go, and that was one of the things. It looks better without it, I think, but I did lose a lot of storage space because of how much stuff I kept on these shelves. And after that, I realized, just remembered I ordered a rug, and it should be outside. Ugh, a little bright out here. Here it is. Oh man, okay. This is kind of small. And it feels like it might have been vacuum sealed, whatever that's called. Let me get back upstairs to open it. Alright, let's see what we got here. Yeah, that looks a little weird for a rug. I don't know how to say things. Golly. In between the clips because some of the videos have audio and I don't remember what I'm saying in the audio, so This is gonna be a really weird part of the video. Just ignore me for the most part. Just watch. It's fuzzy. It smells odd. Here we are again, back at it, and I don't know what I was doing in that clip. But digging down the shelves, everything was stuck because the people that put them here previously, they put them on and then they painted the walls. So the paint literally just peeled right up, and I had to be careful not to get it everywhere because it was really bad. Here's what under the bed looked like, and I promise that is paint. It is paint. It's just everywhere. At least I hope it's paint. Case in point, why I needed a rug. Anyway, this rug that I got was not the full length of the room, but because I have tables and stuff set up, it worked out great for what I needed. And it was a little bit of a pain to get down because the bed actually never left the room, and I couldn't rotate the bed at all. The bed had to stay running wall to wall the whole time. It worked out in the end. I got the rug laid down. It works fantastic, and I still like it to this day. I have to be very careful not to make it too... It's so soft. Gross or anything, because I don't want it to smell bad or smell funny or anything. Also, I realized after the fact, when I put down the rug, that there's a good chance the cat might have... Now it's time to move that over there. I just don't know if I want it up here or under the calendar. I don't know, we'll have to see, but that's what I'm doing next. Decided to pee on it at some point, but I'm glad she hasn't, because I would have wanted to... I would have been really mad. Anyway, here's me moving the clipboard, and there wasn't much to really do when I needed both hands. Well, I was going to show you guys the process for putting it up, but I just put it up instead, so, you know, that's what it looks like. And I wanted the whiteboard on the outside of the desk, so I ended up flipping it, and that's why everything is currently upside down. But I low-key think I cooked with that. Kind of looks good there. I don't like this white spot here. Also, any of the paint you see in my room, that black spot, all of this stuff, none of it's my fault, especially not this ceiling. Okay? All of that is simply the last people that were in this room. It's not my fault. It's not my fault, okay? Oh, it's not my fault. I promise. Here's how we're looking now. I have no idea what I was saying a second ago, so we're just going to ignore that. Putting the curtain post back up, I don't remember how I exactly put up the holders, but they were not as secure as before. It still hasn't fallen. It's right here next to me, you know. It's working out great so far. Decided to throw up some tapestry-like things. That's what you would call them, I think. They're just blankets that I've had. I really like the Speed Racer one here, and I hope I have a clip of it up there. It's really cool. I've had it for ages. No idea how long at this point, but here is how everything looked when I last recorded. I actually have to record what it looks like now because I never got to that part, so after this clip I'll go do that, and then you guys will see that as well. But I still had a few more things to put in at this point, and I was genuinely worried I wasn't going to have enough room and wasn't going to be able to make it work, but I did. So you want to know what the room looks like? Well, here it is. We've got stuff on the wall here, shoes, all the crap that I haven't cleaned up recently. We got my Bibles and notebooks here. We got some future projects for videos down there. My guitar, Speed Racer, which, like I said a second ago, pretty sick, dude. Pretty sick. My soundproof curtain here, which I've used a couple of times. It works decently good, I'd say. Here is kind of where all my electronics sit throughout the night. We get a nice view here. We've got my whiteboard and corkboard here. My wonderful calendar, which I love so much there. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for that for Christmas. There's a video I'm currently working on editing and that you watched most of, apparently. Shout out to this Ninja Turtle blanket, which I've had forever. And here's one of the coolest tapestries that I have up right now. Pretty sick. Got some stuff down there, just like dirty laundry and trash. And dirty laundry isn't, it's in a hamper. It's not just loose dirty laundry down there. But that's pretty much my room. And other than that, that was all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you watched till the end, let me know in the comments, because I never know who actually watches to the end of these things, because YouTube doesn't really tell me that. I've got some fun videos coming. Also, if you want to know what's in the box, down there, there's a box down there. It's gonna be pretty fun what's in the box. but you won't know unless you subscribe, so I think you should subscribe. You really, really ought to subscribe. That light is really bright. Subscribe, please. Please, I'm begging you, subscribe.